back to Greenlands, and today we are going to be harvesting the potato field. So I need to lease the potato harvester, digger, I don't know. So going for the voucher on 470, 25 grand initial leasing costs, which is pretty steep. We don't have the biggest field in the world, but we need to get them harvested, so doing that. And we're putting in from the tuber storage mod a potato bunker, I guess. 500,000 litres that will hold, which should be more than enough for what we're going to get off of here. So trying to get this snuck out with the battery life that I have left. As a quick thank you to the patrons and the YouTube channel members. I have no idea if I will get this video to render. So I'm doing this just after I posted that the laptop charger has died. I have managed to get it into a position where it will charge. I think there's something up with the cable, so tends to happen with laptop chargers. With how I use them, they last about a year. They have a pretty robust life, being dragged around the house and traveling with work and stuff, so not surprised. I kind of view them as a consumable using a laptop. So yep, this may be the only video for a few days. I may be able to encourage more life into the battery and get more done. We will see. My old laptop doesn't have FS22 on it and probably can't run it at a high enough quality for me to make videos on. So I can use it to render. So that's probably what I'm going to be doing with this video. So yeah, no gaming for me for a few days probably. The new charger is on order from PC Specialist, who the laptop is from. It's a PC Specialist branded laptop, and I think they are, I can't remember which country they're manufactured. They're manufactured in Southeast Asia somewhere and then rebranded as PC Specialist. So yeah, it's not like going on and you can't jump on Amazon and buy a Dell charger, for example. My old laptop is a Dell, and I could get replacement chargers for that in 24 hours because I could jump on Amazon and order a new one, and it would come with Prime. So this is coming from PC Specialist. It was ordered this morning on Tuesday. I'm hoping it will ship today, but not sure on the delivery time. Probably going to be a few days. So yeah, kind of gutted about that. 70 quid down the loo. I'm hoping that's the issue. So I've had the laptop apart this morning. The charger socket looks okay. It's not in my favorite place. It's on the back of the laptop, and the charger cable often will drop out of it. It all looks okay. It's securely attached to the motherboard still. I have had laptops where that has failed, and I have in fact replaced them before. I think not on the Dell, on my previous one, I've had to replace the laptop charging port, which was fine because it was a separate board, so it was quite easy. But this is not. This is built into the motherboard, but it looks fine. The laptop is still actually under warranty. It's a year and a bit old. It's into the labour phase of the warranty. So if the new charger doesn't work, I guess I'll be returning it to PC Specialist, and we'll see what they say, which will be more of a pain. So first load going to the bunker. This is a cool little mod that I literally found to store the potatoes on this harvest. I really struggled with how to harvest this field. I think in future I am going to leave fairly big open headlands because trying to minimize driving across the ridges, but ended up doing a bit of that anyway because kind of hard not to. But yeah, I think if we plant potatoes next year, I will probably do a much bigger headland area and do a couple of rows along the headland, but yeah, leave a lot more space. I did attempt to do that this time, but I got a bit carried away and just kind of filled the field up. So there you go. It is what it is. Once we've got this field harvested, we're going to plow it. I can't remember what I'm planning to plant in here next. Field 76, which is going to be barley. So yeah, we're going to be planting that in the next month or so. So yeah, need to get this ploughed because it has potatoes in it, and then it'll need to be rock picked and then planted, and probably get some digestate on there maybe, or some solid fertilizer. With us using the fertilizer dryer, much more efficient to use the solid fertilizer that comes out it than to use any of the digestate, because the amount of nitrogen is significantly more. It is quite cheaty. I think we're about a week away from the Vermeer pack as well. Kind of looking forward to that. It's part of the season pass, so if you have the season pass, then you'll get it as standard, and it'll probably be available to download in the morning wherever you are, or if not, use my Giants partner code and save nothing, but you give me probably like 2p, €2, 2 cents. Yeah. I did eventually have my first payout from being a Giants partner. I think it was like 30p. It was not significant, but it all adds up, I guess. It all adds up. Okay. This is a cool looking harvester. I think it's the one we had in FS19. The other one is nice, but it's much bigger, and this is my second attempt at making this video. I was not happy with the first attempt and it went in the bin. And I was using the other harvester and it just did not work with this field. And yeah, I ended up deleting that because I just wasn't happy with it. I was recording it very tired and was very sloppy. So yeah. Doing a bit of, if I need to cut, I'm just bunging a worker on to get that, keep the thing moving. So unprofessional, I did not edit out getting the thumbnail shot or potential thumbnail shot that I didn't actually use. I do try and edit those out because it looks a bit nicer when you don't see that bit. That's ProShot if you're interested, which is really good for getting pictures. It lets you, obviously when you pause the game, it lets you move the camera around, you can place lights, you can move weather, you can change the weather, you can move the sun around, you can brighten the day up, so if you've forgotten and it's nighttime, you can change all that. It's a really cool mod, it's really useful. But normally I edit those bits out. I had obviously not caught that one in my editing process. Oh well. I didn't even use it. It sat in my spare pictures folder. So I do like the way this thing looks and moves. This is a Giants mod, so it's pretty good quality. I'm assuming it's an update from the one that was in FS19 as base game, but yeah, it's really nice. I like the fact that it has row crop tires on the front, which means that I can drive it, I can turn it by going over the crop, because it's only the tracks on the back that cause crop destruction. And quite a lot of it is, you know, kind of almost floating, where there's obviously a lot of weight in the back over the tracks. It feels like the front end is very light. The tracks turn as well, so it has got a really good turning circle. For such a big piece of kit, it is very maneuverable. Yeah, it worked really well. Not a massive yield off of here. I think most of that is down to the field and the soil type. So yeah, the mega bunkers are almost done. I think next video, whenever I get around to making that, we will be starting to empty those into the BGA. I still haven't updated the BGAs to work with the updated modular BGA. If you have accidentally updated the modular BGA, then Google is your friend. There are some sites that I don't recommend using that have older versions. I think modhub.us has them, which is not the worst site in the world, but yeah. If you need it to make it work, then it's a weird one. I can sort of understand why they're doing it, but based on the comments that I got on YouTube and on Discord, I think they've alienated a lot of people by updating it so it doesn't work with anything else. I think people, although it's cheaty, the generators are cheaty, people liked it, and the update that they've done means people can't use it except for their own ones, and I think their own ones, I haven't looked, are a lot like base game BGAs and are really slow, so you know, people don't want that. Obviously at the moment my priority is producing content when my laptop is working, so I will get to updating that. I think I'm probably just going to add some production lines to each of the BGAs to let you convert it to the electric charge that you can sell through those generators. I don't want to make my own generator because it feels like I'm then stealing their idea, but I'm going to modify my mod to work with theirs. So, yeah. Harvest done. We got about 150,000 litres of potatoes off that field. It's not huge, I don't know if it's enough to warrant Dazed's potato sorting mod. I'd be curious as to what people think about whether we should have it installed. I'm just wondering whether it's worth the time to sort them for the gain in value, or whether we save them for Maize Plus and feeding. Probably what I'm thinking. We've got sugar beet saved as well from last year, so maybe we've put those sugar beets through the BGA now. Make some cash from them. So let's get this field ploughed now. I'm going to try and do a moderately realistic job. So leaving the headlands until last. This tractor does seem to struggle with differentials. I don't know whether it's because I've got VCA installed and I need to enable the differentials, but if any of the wheels are on different terrain, it seems to slip a lot. And weirdly, it only has a front differential on here. So you can see in the bottom right hand corner, there's the little icon for the differential and four-wheel drive. Front diff, four-wheel drive, rear diff. And it seems to have a front diff, but it does seem to lock all the wheels up. So maybe it's a all-in-one diff. I don't know. Anyway, let's just do this little bit of headland here, because we're not going to be coming back up to this bit of the field. And then we can carry on. Yeah, this tractor does make a really good job of things like ploughing. It's why I've got it, but I'm kind of holding out for something in the sales really that fits in that kind of i300 horsepowers to supplement our fleet for baling and things like that on these hilly fields. Because we ended up using this tractor to bale, and I think actually I've seen some promo footage from Class using it to bale, but not with jewels on. So maybe we just take the jewels off. I don't know. We're making a lot of money when the mega pits are opened up and going through the BGA. I think I just said those are not going to be going. Well, I don't know whether it is. Those are not going to be going through the generators. I think we're just going to sell those because it's going to take a long time. I need to work out how many game days it would take to put all of that through a generator. I think it's going to be a lot. Anyway, thanks for watching, folks. Our laptop is still charging, so hopefully this will get sorted, and I will speak to you next time. Like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff.